welcome. My name is Lucas Lechuga, and I'm your host of MiamiRealEstate.tv. Today I'm super excited because I'm taking things to a whole new level, the 93rd level to be exact. In a bit, I'm going to be meeting up with in-house sales executive Diana Caseno of the Waldorf Astoria Residences Miami. And later in the show, we're going to board a helicopter to showcase the views of a recently released $50 million full-floor penthouse on the 93rd level. So let's meet up with Diana, get all the details of that full-floor penthouse, and then we'll meet you up in the air. Well, hello, Diana. It's always great to see you.
I know, Lucas. Thank you for coming and having us again on your show.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me back at the Sales Gallery. This is now the third time you've been here, or that I've been here for my MiamiRealEstate.tv show. And this is now the 29th episode.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I love it. 29th episode. That's amazing.
But I've got to say, you're probably my most favorite person to interview, because when we go and do this interview, we just flow.
Exactly.
And it's always
about
great.
The organic, right? And everybody feels at home, and everybody feels that, you know, that they are more than welcome at Waldorf Astoria. That's
absolutely,
the idea.
absolutely.
And we're besides that, we're also friends outside the business. So it's amazing to be able to do this and do transactions together and make money together, of course.
That's what it's about.
That's what it's about.
Friendship and money.
Exactly.
So what do you have for me today? You have the 93rd floor.
Yes.
Available for sale, full floor penthouse.
Yes, so we're on the unveiling of a legacy, the unveiling of the Penthouse Collection at Waldorf Astoria. And we recently released to the market our 93rd level at Waldorf Astoria, which is one of our penthouses for the Penthouse Collection. It's about 12,300 square feet, to be exact, 12,302 square feet.
Interior.
Interior, yes. It's a full floor.
Incredible.
Yes.
And Diana gave me the floor plan here.
So we can study it before.
This entire cube is the floor plan, ginormous. And this little blue part here, the indoor pool.
Yes.
Well,
so we have
on the
private
terrace.
indoor pools.
Right.
It's a beautiful, beautiful layout. You know, it's a full floor on level 93 of Cube 9 at Waldorf Astoria.
That's the very, very, very top cube that you see up there.
That you see there, it's beautiful. And do you know that, you know, when they were designing the Penthouse Collection in Cube 9, Cube 9 offsets, it's the one that offsets the most to the east.
Okay.
So when the public is going to be walking, you know, and looking upwards towards the tower, they're going to feel that cube is
about to fall off.
I didn't say it.
No, but it definitely stands apart from the rest of the building.
It offsets by 20 feet coming east.
Yes.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful project.
That's fantastic. And another thing that I noticed is, so it has a terrace to the east and to the west.
Yes, it has a terrace.
So it offers the sunset and sunrise views.
Correct. Let's just give a recap on the property. So, for the viewers that haven't seen us from the beginning on our first video, when we started sales at Waldorf Astoria, Lucas was one of our first brokers to be invited into the sales gallery. And just to recap on the property consists of 9 crystal cubes. They offset from each other. The first 3 cubes are going to be part of Waldorf Astoria, the hotel. And then from cube 4 onward are the residences. So cube 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 are our private home residences, and then we have our Penthouse Collection on Cube 9. We are the first 100-story tower for the state of Florida. So we're doing a lot of milestones in this property.
The first super tall building.
The first super tall tower in Miami and in the state of Florida, and also we broke ground.
Yes,
so
that was a huge milestone.
Wow, that's an amazing milestone.
Incredible.
So we recently broke ground, and we should start seeing part of our first cube for second quarter of 2024.
Wow.
Yes.
That's incredible.
That's going to be incredible.
That's exciting.
Yes.
Once people start seeing it go vertical and the cubes start forming,
I know.
That'll be really amazing.
It's going to be amazing to be part of this brand. It's amazing what we're doing in downtown Miami and everything that's happening in downtown Miami, and especially that a brand so well known with 100 years of history decided to put their name and their brand in downtown Miami. You know, with everything that's going on in Miami, it's incredible. Now, going back to the penthouse.
Yes, one thing I wanted to mention, so the building itself is 1,049 feet tall, or it will be.
Yes.
And this penthouse, what type of elevation will it have?
So it is at 900 feet high elevation. So in Waldorf, we talk more about levels and elevations. There's not specific floors. So for this penthouse, you're located at level 93 of the property and sits at 953 feet high in the property. Imagine that.
That's incredible.
Incredible.
And I mentioned in the intro that we're going to be heading up on a helicopter a little bit later. So we're going to showcase those views so that we don't have to wait till 2027 to see them. You'll be able to see them today.
Yes, we're going to be able to show, and you know, Lucas came out with this great idea. Let's get on a helicopter. Let's go up as high as we can to see the actual view of our penthouse. So that way all the buyers at Waldorf Astoria can have a glimpse of the amazing and gorgeous views that you're going to have at Waldorf Astoria. And it's all about that. You know, it's all about views.
And let's talk about today's weather. We could not ask for a better day.
The best day.
Absolutely the best. We actually have a cold front here in Miami, which is very rare. We're in the 60s.
Yes.
But the skies are absolutely perfect. Blue skies, but not a hint of any clouds.
I know. I mean,
it's incredible.
So once you watch that video, you're gonna absolutely love the views, because the views here are incredible.
We were originally supposed to do this video last week, and it was a bit cloudy, and I'm so glad we rescheduled, because this is the best we could ever ask for.
Yes,
it is.
This was the day.
This is the day.
So the property, if we want to just go a little bit in detail of the Penthouse Collection. To make each of these highly coveted and exclusive penthouses truly unique, our firm decided to give the opportunity, which we also believe it gives tremendous value to these trophy properties, where we also are offering the option to the buyers to create whatever is their desire. So what does that mean? For each penthouse, we will provide our team. They can have an opportunity to sit down with Carlos Ott, which you don't understand how amazing Carlos is. Carlos is a genius behind the inspiration of Waldorf. And they have the opportunity to sit down with Carlos, you know, have some coffee and talk about the design and the interior design of the penthouses at Waldorf. And of course, I'm gonna continue to mention Carlos, but also BAMO, which is the design firm, and the interior designers, their team are happy to come. They take a flight. The other day we had a client, they came in over and they looked at details of the property that they're designing. So our penthouse consists of 6 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, which spans over 13,000 square feet. And it sits on top of the 9 stacked cubes that make up our elegant building. Renderings of our penthouse interior have been designed by BAMO, which is our interior design firm that was actually brought in by Waldorf. You know, I had the opportunity to speak to the directors of BAMO, and the inspiration behind this penthouse is absolutely amazing.
Hi, my name is Elaine Smith with BAMO. We're an interior design firm in San Francisco. We are the interior designers for this iconic project. This building was designed by the architect Carlos Ott, and his vision for this iconic tower, in addition to the moving cubes, is that the facade of the building would reflect the atmospheric colors. And so as the interior designers, we really leveraged that concept and brought those colors indoors. For the interiors, our concept was transcendence. And we took that idea of being up in the sky, being one of the tallest towers outside of Manhattan. So for the interiors, we really leaned into the color palette of the atmosphere, using the blues, the purples. In addition, in all our interior spaces, we tried to blur the line between walls and ceilings. And so with the use of curves, with the use of materials, we really wanted the envelope of the building to disappear as you are in the interiors. As an example, at the bottom podium level, the hotel lobby is on the first floor. And from levels 1 through 5, we have a grand staircase connecting those levels from the hotel lobby to the residential lobby to the signature restaurant. There's a screen that envelops that stair hall, and as you move up, the fins on the screen become more and more open to start to reveal a view of the water. At Peacock Alley, we've introduced another iconic Waldorf Astoria element, which is the clock. In their original New York property, they have a grandfather clock in their lobby, and in every property since, there is a new expression of that element. And so for this property, we've designed in a fulcrum pendulum, and it's a unique and artistic, somewhat abstracted expression of that that becomes a real architectural feature.
So back to this penthouse, level 93.
Yes.
Let's talk about the interior features.
Yes, of course. So when you're walking into the property, you know, you have a beautiful chef kitchen, you have natural, when it comes to the finishes, we're hand picking or hand selecting each finish to the property. And for example, when we talk about marble, it's naturally hand picked, you know, select grade, it's purchased in Corey, Italy. So you'll have that opportunity of, with our design team, also to choose that selection and the marble that you want for the property. There's also, you have finishes like, for example, in the cabinetry. The cabinetry is Italian cabinetry.
Okay.
It is specific and it's exclusive to Waldorf Astoria. So that cabinetry or that color selection of cabinetry you can't find anywhere else. It was chosen for Waldorf by Waldorf Astoria for the property. The penthouse showcases a modern, you know, airy unit with wraparound windows. You know that we actually studied the wind for about a year, you know, to understand and to be able to design this property because it's a super tall tower. The property also consists of, it brings custom recessed lighting, you know, it has luxe marble finishes. Our marble is natural marble and it's hand-picked selected from Corey, Italy. Custom millwork also throughout the unit, chevron pattern wood floors, state-of-the-art custom closets manufactured exclusively by Waldorf. So besides the 6 bedrooms, the penthouse will include a private gym and state-of-the-art movie theater. For the plumbing fixtures, we went with Waterworks. It's custom designed for Waldorf as well, and it also will be a smart home.
And how high are the ceilings here and how deep are the balconies?
So the ceilings are 12-foot ceilings.
Okay.
12-foot ceilings, yes, they're amazing. And it's the only the Cube 9 collection has 12-foot ceilings.
Okay.
And you also, there's, I don't know if everybody knows, but going back to the waiting time or the elevators and the access into the units, because a lot of people do ask, how do I get to the property? You know, once you arrive into the portico share of the property, into the residential area, there's 17 elevators at Waldorf Astoria. Wow. Yes, and there's a certain amount of time that a resident can wait for an elevator, which is 1 minute and 40 seconds, is the time that Waldorf requires.
It's a good day for me in my elevator.
Yes, exactly. So, you know, there'll be a certain technology that, you know, if the penthouse buyer requests his elevator, you know, that he'll be up or down within less than a minute.
That's incredible.
Yes, it's
yeah, because that's very important, especially for people in this caliber. I mean, time is money. Time is very valuable to them, and waiting for that elevator is, it's a no deal.
One of the options that we're also looking into is also offering, you know, enclosed parking spaces, AC enclosed parking spaces for the Penthouse Collection. So that's something that's still in the works that might be able to happen because we have been looking at it with the developer. And that's also, you know, that because at this level as well, you know, that we know that their cars or their automobiles are also very important to the buyer. So we want it to be protected. We wanted them to be enclosed in AC spaces.
So that part hasn't been finalized?
But most probably we can make it happen.
Okay.
Yes. You know Ryan. Ryan
of course.
he's
the deal maker.
Oh my God. And Ryan's such a, you know, he's amazing. He's very involved into Waldorf Astoria. This is one of our most important properties. Portfolio for the firm. So anything you need on this side, like I said, when you walked in, you know, it takes a village to do the magic that we're doing. And he's very on board to helping as much as we can. So
and at the end of the day,
if it comes to a negotiation where, you know, the parking isn't, we'll work everything out.
I was going to say, at the end of the day, he wants the buyers to leave home satisfied and happy. So that's paramount.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Definitely.
So when it comes to kitchens, you have, you know, concealed kitchen look, you have marble countertops, you know, Sub-Zero and Wolf appliances. I had the opportunity of doing a class with Sub-Zero and with Wolf. And it's unbelievable, you know, the level of what they're thinking of. You know, the chefs use the Wolf appliances, the chefs use the griddle. And they're very concerned about how the food and the temperature of the food comes out too. So all of the appliances in the property are also been hand selected, hand picked for the buyer. So let's say I like to cook. So for me, appliances are very important.
Sure.
And I can say that out of everything I've seen out there, Wolf and Sub-Zero is, your top choice, top selection for a property like this.
Okay, and one thing I don't think we mentioned is the price of the full floor penthouse on the level 93.
So the property is 13,119 square feet. It can be a 6-bedroom, 7-bedroom. It has, we have movie theater, you have gym, you have also a beautiful outdoor area, which is with the indoor. And the price on that is, as you know, it is
$50 million.
$50 million, exactly. Yes, to be on the top of the top of the top, you'll be on the highest, one of the highest elevations in the state. I don't think that another property like this will come in the next decade.
No.
It takes a lot of time, a lot of,
You're on top of the city, top of the state, you're right, top of the state. And as far as Miami goes, this is the highest you can build.
Yes,
because
there's
of the
gonna be
airport.
a lot because we did pave the way,
sure.
for the permitting.
Yep.
We are the first one that acquired, permits for a super tall tower. And a lot of, I get a lot of developers coming into this sales gallery all the time, and they want to know what our secret is, how we did it, and it's, it was time.
Oh yeah, you guys were, 3 years in the works before you guys even, seven years in the works.
It's been a lot of work. It's 7 years.
Well, I'm talking about, wasn't it 3 years before you guys even launched sales?
Correct. It was 7 years. It was 7 years before we launched sales.
Wow,
Yes.
Incredible.
Yes, it took a lot of time.
So talk about a long process.
Yes, a long process. But that process is so unique because that process, you understand what it takes to build something like this. It's not every day that you do a 100-story tower. It's not every day that you build a super tall tower. Yeah. And PMG has experience in this. We are also the developers of Steinway Tower in New York City, which is 111 West 57th Street. And for a property of this caliber, it was very important that the brand, connected with the developer, that the brand connected with us, with the team. And we're doing magic in Miami, and of course, a lot will come, but we're always going to be the first ones.
Yeah. No, that's great, and that's what Ryan and the rest of the team will be remembered for being trailblazers.
Yes, I can't wait for the day that we deliver.
Yeah.
Yes, it's going to be incredible. We also have, we have also inventory in the Sky Collection, which is also important. We've done amazing.
Yeah, for those people that can't afford $50 million, they do have inventory remaining, so let's discuss that.
They're beautiful properties. We have a, virtual reality, meta reality experience at the sales gallery, which we're going to do in a little bit, so we can wow Lucas Lechuga and you guys.
I've done it before.
It's incredible. It's incredible, yes. The experience
it's surreal. I mean, you really feel, I'm not scared of heights, but walking out on the balconies and looking down, that scared me.
Yes,
and I'm here.
But the property, the experience, and that's what we want everyone here to feel. As real as possible. We're the first ones also and the pioneers in the virtual reality experience for our projects. And the experience at Waldorf Astoria is, I can tell you, I got goosebumps. I started, crying just to see just seeing the tower itself. And it's something that you have to come to the sales gallery to preview and to feel. And I ask every buyer when they come here, I'm like, you have to do it. It's something that you need to do because it's so important to understand what we're doing here and what is coming to the property and to Miami.
Yeah, the first time I tried it, I really wasn't expecting much because I had tried virtual reality headsets before. And to be honest with you, all those were like Mickey Mouse games compared to this. I mean, this is immersive, the real deal.
So the virtual reality, it's an incredible experience. The company did an incredible job. It was, like you were saying, you've been through other pre-construction projects where they show you the virtual reality and it does not compare to Waldorf Astoria. For us, our brand, and the brand was very, very important. The virtual reality actually was revised by Hilton, was revised by BAML as well, and in detail because they needed to be as real as possible. So for example, the details of in the interiors of the property as well. So when you're walking in through the spaces, all of that furniture that you see within the virtual reality was approved by BAMO. You know, it's a brand that they protect, and it's a brand that has lasted over 100 years, and that takes, you know, a lot of looking over, and we need to approve absolutely everything. So when they did the virtual reality tour, you know, you're going to go through the history of Waldorf Astoria, and the experience is unbelievable.
One thing I want to mention, because I think buyers are one possible complaint or pushback some buyers in this caliber might have about this project, that there's a hotel component, so they don't want to be, you know, like entwined with these hotel guests. But I know there's separate entrances, so maybe you could elaborate on that.
I think for us, you know, it's a benefit to have a hotel, to have Waldorf Astoria, first of all, because of the services, because there's going to be a level of services that is going to be catered to everybody. And with Waldorf Astoria, understanding other properties and understanding other projects that have been built with a hotel component, brand hotel component, luxury hotel component, and residential, we decided to do separate entrances.
Yes.
So when you walk into Cube 1, you'll see that the ground floor will be the lobby of the hotel. And then when you're going into your residential area, which is the porte cochere, you go up a ramp, you get to level 3, and then you arrive directly into the concierge in the reception area of the residences. So there is you're not going into the same entrance with hotel guests. Everything is separated. And that's the idea, that they don't feel that they have, you know, hotel guests within their property.
Yeah.
That's why there's 17 elevators, because when you're walking in through the units, the idea is that you have your own space, you're going directly to your residences, and you're not bumping into hotel guests. But, you know, a lot of buyers also like to bump into hotel guests.
For sure, and they have that opportunity to go down to the Peacock Alley and have a drink and mingle with hotel guests. So it's the best of both worlds.
It is the best of both
But I just wanted to
worlds.
point out there are separate entrances, because there are people that do like their exclusivity and privacy, but when they don't, you know, they want to go mingle, they could go down to take an elevator.
You'll have amenities that you share with the hotel, but you also have amenities that are private to the residences, and that's also important.
Absolutely.
So you'll have pool deck, for example. The level of the resort pool deck is on the level approximately 30th level. But you also, if you want privacy and you don't want to see anybody, then you also have the residential pool deck, which is on level 40th on Cube 4. And it's overlooking directly to the bay.
So the last two things I'd like to touch upon are, one, delivery. Like, what's the timeline for construction? And then also the deposit schedule.
Okay. So delivery, we broke ground October of last year. So we're hitting 1 year actually as of the end of October. And we should be delivering the property by end of 2026, first quarter of 2027.
Okay.
Should be ready.
The deposit schedule for that $50 million buyer, what should you expect?
It's 20% at contract, and then it's 10% about 6 months later, and then another 10% between 12 to 18 months later, and then balance of 60% at closing.
Oh, and back to remaining inventory, did you go over the price ranges?
No, I have not.
Okay, like if you can go touch upon that, yes, like I said, like for those buyers out there that can't afford the $50 million,
yes,
what's remaining?
So we have a couple of units left on Cube 7. They're 3-bedroom units, and they're starting at between 6.5 million to 7.5 million. Okay. Your price point on Cube 7. From there, we transferred to Cube 8. In Cube 8, we only have 4 units per floor. So it's a beautiful, beautiful also layout. It's called the Sky Collection. Okay. And that we launched, remember that you came for the launch?
Yeah, I was about to say, I was just thinking about that. I'm like, wow, it's been a year about, right?
Yeah, it's been a year, yes.
Yeah.
So when we launched the Sky Collection, we're currently at about 50% sold of Sky Collection. And then you have your 4 bedrooms, which are overlooking directly to the Biscayne Bay. Those are between 9.5 million to 10.5 million.
Those Cube 8?
Yes, that's Cube 8. Those are the 4 bedrooms.
I sold one of those.
Yes, I know. We sold it.
Yes.
I love it. And we have the 3 bedrooms, which are facing west. They start between 4.5 million all the way to 5.5 million. And then our Penthouse Collection. So I do have and in the Penthouse, which we didn't say at the beginning of the video, you do have the option where you can buy the full floor or you can buy half a floor.
Okay.
So half a floor would be in 21 million approximately for one side. The south side would be 24 million. And then the full floor, which is on the higher level, because where I have it is on a lower level, the full floor is on level 93. That one's for $50 million.
Well, thank you very much. You've provided a ton of details. I think everybody at home is well informed about the availability and also the $50 million penthouse that you have. But I'm very excited to head up in the air and check out these views.
Oh my God, I am super excited because you know what? Unbelievably, I have not been as high as however high
953 feet.
I have no idea where we're going. We actually, why don't you tell them that we had to get permission from Miami International Airport.
We had to get clearance.
Yes, so we've been working on this for
We've been working out too to make sure that our weight is
within the limit because they need to go as high, and he was able to get the permission from Miami International Airport.
Yep.
So we're gonna surprise everybody today with those beautiful views, and it couldn't be a better day, right?
Exactly.
The best day ever.
Let's go.
I love it, Lucas. Let's go.
Take care. So Diana, before we head up in the helicopter, you wanted to show me something.
Yes. So I want you to really experience our Miami Meta Reality experience with UPix. So we're gonna go into the property and you're gonna walk throughout some of the spaces at Waldorf Astoria. Yeah,
off camera, I was telling Diana that I've done this for 11 Beyond Residences, which is another PMG development, but I haven't done it for the Waldorf yet.
No, and you're gonna be completely wowed. It's outstanding. It's gonna be an amazing experience.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yes,
let's do it.
Let's go do it. Get ready to go to New York City.
I'm gonna be there in a few weeks.
Look at this. This is incredible.
Wow.
Here with Lucas Lechuga, and we're gonna go to about 900 feet, Lucas?
952 and a half.
In the air to go look at the Waldorf Astoria penthouse views.
Yep, the 93rd level full floor penthouse for $50 million that was recently released, and we're gonna sell it.
Here we go. We're gonna sell it.
Well, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the show. We were up in that helicopter over 950 feet high in the air, which is the exact elevation of that full floor penthouse on the 93rd level of the Waldorf Astoria Residences Miami. So I hope you enjoyed those mesmerizing views. And if you're interested in learning more or purchasing that full floor penthouse, contact me, Lucas Lechuga, at lucas@miamicondoinvestments.com. But before you go, be sure to subscribe, comment, and like down below.